Foods be coming great, ain't solid now, but when you eatin', everybody want a plate, want a seat at the table, wanna act like they grateful. Don't mess with outsiders, y'all looking real unstable. If anything, they should ask me how I do it. Start taking notes, recording my every movement. I know that I'm the best and I ain't gotta...
Okay. Hi, everybody. I am here today. First of all, welcome to KB's community. I am here with Mami Zaddy. I'm going to clap for her. Clap for yourself. Come on now. There you go. Welcome.
Thank you.
And thank you for coming all the way from Waukegan to be here today.
Walktown.
Yeah. So how did we meet?
I saw you performing at Subterranean in Chicago.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Were you on that show or no?
I can't actually remember.
I can't either. And part of me feels like, yes, you were. You were.
Yes, I was.
Yeah,
I was. I attend them without like being a part of them, so I wasn't sure, but yeah, that was cool.
Okay.
There was like at least 3 girls, obviously. Me, you, Sabo.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah, that was a good one, but I'm glad I got to meet you.
Me too.
So, tell me about what you do, first of all.
Okay, my music stuff?
Yes.
So I'm an artist. I produce music, I sing, I rap, I engineer all my own stuff. What else? I could say ghostwriting maybe a little bit.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. I have a few songs with my girlfriend Alexis, you know.
Oh, I didn't know Alexis makes music. Alexis, you make music too?
I dabble.
Okay.
So for like our first song, I would say we did some ghostwriting, me and our friend Destiny.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, I do it all really. I try to dabble in everything. I try to edit my own videos. I make all of my flyers. Honestly, you know exactly what this is. Like, you have to know how to do all of it.
Yeah. Otherwise, you're paying everybody for everything.
Yeah. And it's not cheap, obviously.
It's not at all. At all. And that, like, making my own beats, that is something that I aspire to do someday.
Okay.
Yeah, and someday within, like, the next 5 years.
Yes.
I just have, like, so much other stuff going on there right now. Outsourcing is... I don't know. It's just kind of my best option because of the fact that I just don't have time.
Mm-hmm.
So
I'm kind of with you there. Like, as much as I do really love making my own beats, like, I'm like, oh, it would be so much easier if I just used other beats.
Right. Do you know producers?
Yeah, I know some producers. TBH, I do find a lot of them online.
Okay.
I know real life ones too, but like, you know, you're not shopping for a producer as much as you're shopping for that sound.
Exactly.
So like, it's never anything personal. It's just like that beat, it stuck out, and like that's how I discovered that person.
Right.
But
yeah.
How about you?
So I started with BeatStar beats. Right. And why not? Because it's not like it's not real people who are making them, who are just posting them to be sold. I further along the line have started meeting producers that I work with. So I've actually backed away from BeatStars a lot, but every now and then I'll still, like, when I need something quick or if I have an idea in my head, I'll go search for something on BeatStars still. There's nothing wrong with it.
At all, right?
No.
We just don't know them in person.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That, and I am afraid of leasing beats versus like being able to straight up buy them sometimes. And I feel like BeatStars, it's a lot of like leasing. Mm-hmm. I know you can buy them, but it's like you don't know who else already has used it by now.
I had no idea that like you can't technically put them on Instagram and all that. Like I think it's called monetization. You can't do that with beats, which I didn't know until I ran into like one of my songs. It's called Sigo Siendo Yo, one of my favorites, and all of a sudden it's not available to add as a sound on Instagram. So I like hit up TuneCore, that's my distributor, and I said something, and they're like, oh well, it's because it's a leased beat, blah blah. I'm like, wait, hold up. I'm like, my shit, I bought it exclusive. Yep. And that's how I discovered like I actually do have the right to do that, but if you don't have an exclusive license, you're not technically supposed to do that.
Right. Which is why I found it like
it makes more sense to work with people locally, at least right now, or people that you know.
Now, do y'all still write up contracts the same way you do on BeatStars? Because that's the one thing I like about BeatStars. Like, there's no like, oh, we're friends, blah blah blah. Like, no, it's a contract, and that's that.
Right, and as
I
it
like
should
that
be.
shit. Yeah.
But okay, so I feel like I have a lot of friends who are willing to work with me for like either very low prices, or basically it's just an exchange of basically my talent for your talent. And so that works for now, but when I'm getting ready to release them, I will have all of the paperwork done up and all of that, because I'm not trying to screw anybody over.
Exactly.
And even sometimes people do it on accident just because they don't know what they're doing, but I'm not trying to like lose connections and friendships over the paperwork not being right, over splits not being right.
Exactly.
So,
yeah.
Oh,
yeah, that
headache.
that's actually like one of the reasons I took so long to start releasing music, is because I had to like dive into the legal aspect and feel like I fully understood it.
Yes.
And
smart.
Yet I did that, and yet I'm learning stuff still. Right.
But very smart of you to actually have done your research and like background, check everything out. I kind of did the same thing. And I'm trying to get into A&R or management. And so I know that's absolutely necessary to know all of the back end stuff. So, yes, right now for my own career, but like eventually for, when it's part of my business, like, well, it already is part of my business, isn't it? But
you want to be an expert, because these people that are going to trust you, you want to have a definite answer.
Exactly.
Because you're the resource, right? Like, you are the person that they're looking to for all the answers. So you need to know those.
Exactly.
But it benefits you as an artist.
Well, yeah.
Yeah. Which is perfectly fair.
Right.
Yeah.
So how long have you been making music?
I would say, let me see, 10 plus years.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because I used to be in bands.
Okay.
I used to be in cover bands.
Really?
Yeah. My first band ever was called Rosa's Cantina. And we were out of Waukegan, and we did mostly covers. Here and there, we did originals, but that's actually why the band broke up, because we all wanted to do different originals.
Creative differences.
Yes.
Like everybody always says.
They were all good songs, but they were all so different that we're like, yo, like this doesn't make any
work.
This doesn't make any sense. Like,
it's like a solo career.
Everyone has their own solo career, but we're all together on stage.
Okay. Wait, you mean back then?
Back then.
That's funny. Yes. So how many of you?
Let's see. 4.
So it's 4 people doing 4 different things on the same stage at the same time.
Yep. We all agreed on the covers. Okay. And we all sounded awesome. But then when it was time to do originals, it was like, okay, let's do them all. But we had, my stuff was in Spanish. This other dude, it was like country folk. The third dude, his influences were the Beatles and like Eric Clapton. Like, I'm talking about different genres here. Yeah, and then maybe Thundercat for our bassist. So like, imagine all that, like trying to make sense together. Yeah.
It didn't work.
No, it didn't.
Did you try to make it work?
We did.
You tried to blend them, and it just was like, this ain't it.
No.
Okay.
Yeah. We're like, okay, we're all doing different things. And it's okay. It wasn't like a bad breakup or anything. We're just like, it doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
Like, what are we showing people?
Right.
Except chaos.
Just chaos.
Just chaos.
So then how long did the band last? And then what year did you break up?
We were together for, I don't know, maybe 2 or 3 years.
Okay.
Yeah. And it was cool.
And that was the very beginning of you doing music?
Yeah. The very beginning of me is, I think I was in 8th grade, and I asked if I could play the guitar, and my band instructor, he agreed. Like, he was, it was like your your typical band where it was like clarinets. That was my original instrument.
Got you.
Clarinet, bass clarinet, the trumpets. What is that called? An orchestra?
Yeah, I guess.
I guess. I don't
It
know.
was just like a school band?
It was a school
Yeah,
band.
because you generally don't see guitars in school bands.
Yeah.
Which is like, why not?
I know.
It's an equal instrument.
I know. But that instructor, he actually was like, yes, I'll teach you. And that's where I started.
Oh, good.
So I did like a year of him teaching me. And then after that, it was high school, which I moved to Mexico for the first 2 years of high school.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. So then over there,
was that a nice experience?
It was amazing, but like, no offense, America, like they're way ahead of us. Like I went.
America doesn't like hearing that, but honestly, a lot of countries are way ahead. But
it was 9th grade, and they were talking about physics, chemistry. Yeah. Like, have you decided what your career is going to be?
Yes.
I was like, I just came from 8th grade.
Wow.
But it was cool. It was challenging and like super different.
Other countries definitely challenge their children more.
Mm-hmm.
And I think to kind of push you to become, I mean, push you to become part of something. And they want you to be they want you to be productive.
Yeah, like
I feel like America is just kind of entitled, and then it kind of trickles down into the school system as well. But I can go on about the school system.
Like forever, you'll figure it out type shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, that
pretty
is
much.
What we're like, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it was awesome.
But cool. Okay, so then musically, you said you did something in those 2 years in Mexico.
I taught myself more guitar because I still had the guitar, and there was something called a rondalla. I don't know how to translate that in English, but it's basically a bunch of guitars playing at the same time.
Okay.
And that's all it was. It was just like guitar music.
Cool.
So yeah, that was like a little after school club that I joined over there.
Nice.
Yeah.
And then why'd you end up back here?
After going to Mexico?
Mm.
I forget what it was, why we moved back, but like basically I finished high school over here in Waukegan.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So I think, yeah, it was just like getting close to like college time.
Got you.
So it was like I didn't want to do Mexico college because not like anything bad, but like it seemed like it was going to be really complicated to transfer my like credits.
Okay.
You know, like,
yeah.
Like there's a doctor in Mexico that could come over here and they're like, no, you're not. Like, you're not a doctor here.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, isn't there a whole thing like to like bring your credentials over?
I think there is a system set up to do that, right?
Yeah, I don't know.
But I feel like there's so many disqualifying factors because they don't actually want people who aren't Americans or usually Europeans doing medicine.
Basically.
A lot of the bigger jobs here.
Mm-hmm.
I have a lot to say about a lot of things, but we're not going to do this today. we're not going to pick apart the system today.
Okay, all right.
But I mean, if you want to be my guest, you literally are my guest, and I let the guests talk about whatever they want, honestly.
Nice. Okay, cool.
So that's kind of how I like this format to be. Like, I don't want you to feel like I'm just sitting here throwing questions at you. I want you to feel like it's a conversation.
Yeah.
Like, you're allowed to ask questions too. Like, if there's something on your mind that you want to get out, please, by all means, do it.
Awesome.
Like, so,
yeah, I was watching some of your stuff, or watching and listening, and I really liked it. I was like super excited to be here because I'm like, we're just gonna like straight up talk.
Yeah,
like,
it's just we're just chilling.
Yeah,
we're talking. We're keeping it real.
Yes.
So tell me about your little guy here,
El Doctor Simi.
Yes.
So he is the mascot of Las Farmacias Similares, which is the generic medicine in Mexico. So this is the mascot of affordable medicine.
Mm-hmm.
And apparently, I feel like that meme kid. Apparently, it's viral to toss them at celebrities. So we just like decided to make him our mascot.
Okay.
Until somebody throws one at me.
Got you.
Yeah.
So you purchased your own.
I purchased my own.
Like, he has the little outfit on.
Yeah.
It says Mami Zaddy on it.
Yeah, we screen printed him all around.
He's iced out.
Yes.
He's cute. Have you yourself thrown any of him at any celebrities?
Wow, what a great question. I have. I had the privilege to throw one to Snow the Product. Shout out Snow the Product. You're my favorite and I love you. Yeah, so that was the only one we've ever tossed because, like, we literally have never felt the need to let anybody else know how much we love them.
Aw, so it was just like admiration.
Oh, absolutely.
Aw.
Like,
Did you write anything on him?
he got the same Mami Zaddy coat.
Oh, he does.
Yes.
Aw,
Yeah.
so
I wanted her to at least know like who it came from.
yeah,
You know?
like I love it.
You deserve to get one from everyone, but this one's from me. That's all that was. You know?
Okay. Love it.
Yeah.
That's cute.
She mentioned that in her concert. She's like, this is the first one I've ever gotten. I'm like, how? How?
Seriously.
Dude, like, I don't know.
Are you the first one to catch on to the trend? No, you can't be.
Hell no.
Huh.
I saw it on
TikTok. I know she has like super fans. Her fans are more than fans. Like her fans are riders. Like
she's got the good
they
fans.
Go hard for her. So.
I mean, like here we are singing her praises.
Right. Right. And I actually aspire to have fans like that.
Same.
Same. So I don't go around saying this because I don't like to name drop, but
okay.
I was able to be behind the stage at her Chicago show. Okay. And I felt so, I don't know. It was awesome for her to allow me to do that.
Yeah.
It's because like I was a couple feet away from her family, from her son. And it's like, you don't know me. And you trust, first of all, you trust your friend enough, DJ Pumbaa, you trust him enough to have like this, as far as you know, random girl.
True.
And so like it was just a great experience.
That's so cool.
Yeah, I wish I could get to tell her someday.
Yes.
So yeah, that was awesome. And then I actually helped them pack up the tour bus.
Nice.
And then I went to their show in Milwaukee as well.
Okay.
And helped pack up the tour bus and all of that.
I'm trying to remember.
Gave me flowers at the end.
That's awesome. Is that this last tour?
Yeah.
Did they do Chicago first and then Milwaukee?
It was Chicago and then Milwaukee the next day.
Okay. That's so cool.
Yeah. So like, and to be honest, I don't care about celebrity status, like at all, ever. But her, that's one celebrity that I actually like could care about.
Right.
You know, because she's just real.
She's super real.
Yeah.
Inspiring as fuck. Like,
exactly.
For me to see Snow the Product, like, do her thing, like, I don't know.
That's an inspiration.
It's super an inspiration. Like, I might name her as my top inspiration, you know, because, dude, she's fucking doing it.
Honestly, like,
there's no shortcuts, nothing.
Right.
Like,
and who else is really doing exactly what she's doing? And
the way she did
honestly,
it. She
put other people on. She definitely did. She paved the way for like a whole genre, basically.
Yes. I'd say so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah,
I
shout
definitely
out to the product. I got a lot of respect for her. We
this
clearly got a lot of respect for her, right at this point.
Oops, my bad.
Yes.
Yes, but we do. Yeah, she's the shit. Super inspirational.
Yes. Okay, so what else was I gonna ask you? Speaking of, what are your influences, or who are your influences?
I love so many artists. Mac Miller, when he put out Swimming, or that album, I should say, that inspired me to like write again. Like I had stopped, like I had done a lot of music with my band and wrote a few songs here and there. But then years passed and nothing happened. And then I heard that album and I was like, I need to write again. Like that album inspired me. Like I was like, I have so much to say. The same way, like I felt like he had so much to say for that one. So that one is like my biggest one, and I could like pinpoint it to that piece of art. Aside from that, obviously Snow the Product. I love Bad Bunny. Throwback, we could say Gloria Trevi, Alejandra Guzman, all these like rock musicians from Mexico.
Okay.
Man, but I like everything. I like norte. Do you know what norteño music is?
No.
It's like regional Mexican. The one it always has an accordion in it, and it's a little bit more up tempo. Yeah. That's norteña.
I can hear it now that you say that.
Yes.
Okay.
I love a lot of norteño bands. We actually have a bunch of norteño talent in Waukegan too.
Oh, really?
Yeah, there's yeah, there's several bands that are super fire and they're doing big things. Just like how me and you are in like our little pocket of, you know.
Right.
Yeah, that's what they're up to too, which is
Good.
super cool.
That's dope.
I'm trying to think. Everything. I like everything. I like the Beatles. I like Muse. I mean, Muse is all right. They're not gonna see this, right?
I doubt it.
I hope not. Like everybody's gonna hashtag
really
Muse. Like they like start hate hashtags them for me. Oh man,
I don't think anybody's that worried about Muse anymore to throw hate at you about it.
Good.
So.
They get big ass shows
now
still
I just
though.
put a target on my own.
I know. I'm like, why do you say all that?
Let me stop talking shit.
You're gonna edit this out, right?
We can. Oh my god.
Yeah, I don't know. I like everything. I like. I wish I could think of more right off the top of my head. Amy Winehouse.
Oh, I love her.
Bop. Obviously, boy bands, right? Backstreet Boys, NSYNC. What do you like?
Kind of a little of everything too.
Right?
I'm all over the place.
I can feel that through your music.
Yeah. And I went through like so many different phases that like I have influences from I feel like my teenage years all the way till now. Like there were times I went through like a lot of like alternative music.
Oh my god.
Like a lot of it. A lot of alternative music. Like I was weird as hell, but
same.
But I feel like a lot of the coolest people are weird and are into like weird alt stuff.
True, right?
Yes. But anyway, yeah, so I like a lot of alt music. Right now, I'm kind of like alt R&B.
Okay.
And then I'm also doing an Afro beats. I'm also rapping. Like I do a little bit of everything. I've done a house song.
I like that one.
Thank you. Thank you. But yeah, if I don't know if I can say there's a particular project that made me say, oh wow, I really like need to start making music, or there's something that I really need to get out. But I can say there's certain artists you feel in your soul.
Yeah.
And Frank Ocean is one of those for me. Her, like her music, you can feel it.
Yes.
I really like Janelle Monáe.
Me too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's a lot of dope artists. Also Victoria Monet. Have you heard of her?
I don't know if I have actually.
She's dope too.
Okay.
I'll have to let you hear something after the show. But yeah, just I like chill vibes mostly.
Okay.
Sometimes I gotta say something a little bit ratchet.
A little more aggressive.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It depends on what side of me you bring out of me. That's the thing. Like my music is generally just whatever mood I'm in at the moment that it comes to my head.
When you're sitting there and you can write it down or record it in any way, right?
Right. And it's like if somebody pissed me off.
Man.
Well,
okay.
That's
is
what
it
my
just
sound's
me?
Gonna sound like.
Or are those the best ones?
They tend to be. Because you be talking your shit.
Like for
real.
For real.
Yeah.
I love
that
when
or somebody breaks your heart. That music be on a different level. Yes. Heartbreak music.
Yep. And it can be all kinds of heartbreak. It doesn't have to be like a partner. Like,
no, it doesn't.
Like
heartbreak,
betrayal in general.
Yep. There are friend breakups that break your heart.
Mm-hmm.
There's all kinds of stuff.
Mm-hmm. Your dog, maybe like that goes to the other person when you thought they were going to come to you.
My little dog abandoned me. Now I'm gonna write a song about it.
Bro, I love when people make me angry and I'm near music because I'm like, bro, I'm about to destroy you. I'm about to destroy you, which is
you have diss tracks.
Yes,
you do.
Oh yeah, I got. I got this versus.
Are they gonna know that you're talking about them if they hear it?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
No names.
No name. I don't have to say names. Enough. Like, you know exactly what you did. Right. You know exactly what you did, and I'm describing it. You know it's about you.
You think it's anybody who actually knew that they pissed you off and went back to listen to your music to see if you made anything about them?
I hope so. I hope so. I'm like all passive aggressive. I'm like, man, I'm not gonna
myself to hear.
Right. One of my favorites. It's not out yet, but the friend that asked me for the feature, he's like, yo, who is this about? And I had to like give him the whole tea. He's like, it's really, really good. Man.
Like, you went in.
Yeah. You know what? And it wasn't even like, well, yeah, maybe it was a little personal, but mostly here's why it started, because they decided to make a gay slur. I was part of a cipher, allegedly. I'm not in it anymore, but I was supposed to be part of this cipher, and like we all laid down our little 12 bars, and this dude is talking about a gay slur right in his 12 bars. I'm like, you knew I was on it. Like, you know exactly what I represent. You know, like, I'm a gay person. Like, this is my community. You could have been in any other group and maybe gotten away with it, but you picked this group. Like, dude, I'm gonna say something. I'm not gonna sit on this track where you're fucking talking shit about gay people. The fuck?
You're not what's crazy is you're not the first person I've heard say a very similar story.
Really?
So I'm like, is that more prominent than I think it is?
I don't know. I didn't even know like people were still that stupid. I had no idea.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
I mean,
it's 2023. Like,
ignorance is never going to fully leave. That's the thing. Yes, there's going to be more people who are awake to the fact that we just all need to treat everybody with respect, but there's always going to be those people. There always will be.
It's so insane to me.
Yeah, it is, but it is. It's sad. It hurts.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. But I did try to like say something before I got mad, and I was like, can you just change it? And they were like, I'm gonna skip it because this will really incriminate them. I want to skip what actually happened. I can tell you off air. It's bad.
Damn. Okay.
It's really bad.
Is it really?
Yeah, it's pretty bad.
Like the line was so bad that you can't say it, or you're saying what actually like the circumstance was so bad?
What happened after I said like, hey, could you change this? Became a whole new violation.
Oh.
And it was like, dude, like you claim like you're this like artist with all the words, like you couldn't change one word.
The thing is, they could if they wanted to, but they wouldn't because they had a point to make.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. It was so fucked up. And like I was alone in that argument. Like nobody backed me up. I was the only one that had an issue with it. I'm like, okay, well.
Were you also the only woman?
Yes.
Okay.
I was also the only girl.
Yeah.
I should have known. Well, now lesson learned, because now I don't jump on anything unless I hear what you have first. Like,
I respect that.
I basically have to approve it because I don't know if you're going to come at me with homophobic shit.
Yeah.
You know?
Mm-hmm.
And now I know that I can't trust people to just not. Like you would think you could.
Yeah, no. You
can't. You can't. You have to literally vet what they have first.
Mm-hmm.
And then say yes or no.
Exactly.
Ugh.
Yeah, you can't work with everybody.
No, you really can't.
Cannot work with everybody.
And yeah, I learned that. I'm glad I learned it now, though. Like it could have been way down the line.
Mm-hmm.
So,
and somebody tells me, someone who has seen the industry, has been around for a long time, they tell me that like what those type of things that I experience now, and like those right now, it's training because it's on a much larger level. Mm-hmm. It's like it's not going to change. You're just going to get wiser to it, and you'll know what to look out for. Mm-hmm. So take these lessons right now and see how you react in these situations so that you know how to react in the future. Mm-hmm. You know?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm hoping to avoid like being in that situation ever again.
Yeah, I hope so too.
You know,
like, I hope that's not something you or anybody else has to deal with again.
Dude. Yeah, anybody listening, don't just accept any song.
Yeah.
See what they want to say first. because it might be some bullshit.
Right. It
That's
might
trash
be
anyway.
That doesn't align. It was trash.
It was trash too. I'm like, okay, so first of all, it sucks, and then you're gonna add a slur. Like,
yeah,
man, it just super sucks.
Right. Yeah. Make sure that anything that you're getting on aligns with what you want to portray and what you want your own brand to be.
How do you not know? I don't know. Like, how do you not know to not do that? It's because you don't care, like you said.
Because they don't care.
You want to do that.
Exactly.
That's the goal.
Exactly.
To hate for no reason. I don't get it. Do you have any situations like that, you yourself?
Well, I grew up a whole Jehovah's Witness, so my whole family is Jehovah's Witnesses. They know that I am not straight, and that's definitely caused some issues. And then just, I don't know, like it has made it harder for me to genuinely feel like a part of my family, because I know a part of me is never going to be fully accepted. And you can put on a front like, oh, we love you no matter what, but the arguments that you used to make with me, the arguments that you have made with me while I was in a relationship with a woman, telling me you'd never meet her and all of that, and like that caused relationship issues for me. I feel like my mother is part of the reason it didn't work out.
Damn.
Yeah, because I put a lot of heaviness on it, a lot of heaviness on the relationship. As far as other artists, I can't say. I've been lucky enough to not have anything that blatant happen to me.
Good.
So, at least so far. So,
yeah,
we'll see where the road takes us, but but so far, like nothing that blatantly hateful.
Yeah, good.
Yeah.
It could come from anywhere.
It really can.
It really can.
Sometimes it be your own people.
Yes.
It's a lot of times it be your own people.
I know.
So for you, how did your family react to your sexuality?
I think so. When I think of my family, there's not just my mother, but there's my siblings. My siblings were awesome. They were super supportive right from the beginning. I will admit that my mom was like not super open at first. She was just like in denial, I would say. Like, you're tripping. Like, you don't know what the fuck you're saying. I'm like, no, I'm not actually. Like, this is it. This is how I feel. And I didn't at the time understand, but like the same way that I needed time to process what I was discovering about myself, like she needed that time too. Like, they can't instantly be okay with it. And that's allowed,
Right.
But now it's awesome. Now it feels good.
Good.
Yeah.
That makes me happy to hear.
Yeah.
I love to hear when people's families are still just as loving and accepting of them. Yeah.
I think specifically with my mom, like I think maybe even your family, like I think that they feel fear first, like fear for you and your safety, and like they know that this world is not gay friendly.
It's interesting. It's funny you say that, because my mom actually said to me a couple weeks ago that my dad worries about me all the time, that I'm going to get like attacked for my sexuality.
Yeah, like hate crime, because
and I wanted to dismiss it so bad, and it did make me angry, because I'm like, why would you even say that? Why would you repeat that to me? But to be honest, yes, it does still happen. It does. And gay, woman, person of color, like it happens. So
yeah, you have all these targets.
Exactly.
Yeah, all the like ignorant reasons that people come up with to dislike you and to hurt you.
Exactly.
Oh man, I mean, it's super shitty. Like, we have it bad, but trans people,
oh my god,
I'm so scared for them at all times. They're scared for themselves. Like, they have to carry weapons. They have to think of everything. It's so fucked up.
Yeah,
it's so fucked up. and like it's just a bunch of people not minding their own business.
Exactly. Nobody is over here trying to influence your life.
Nobody.
And generally, if I wasn't walking by you on the street, we wouldn't have crossed paths.
Mm-hmm.
So why do you care enough to hate a total stranger?
Completely hate.
Yeah.
It's so
why do you
up.
care enough? And then use God as an excuse oftentimes.
Mm-hmm.
Not always, but often.
Mm-hmm.
And even God don't hate them.
No.
So, you know?
No, dude. I mean, God created everyone. If you believe in God, then you believe God created everyone, everything, right?
Mm.
This isn't by accident.
Right.
Like,
and if you believe that hard in God and the Bible says God is love.
mm-hmm.
It's you're literally acting out the opposite of God.
Mm-hmm. I saw this TikTok. This dude was drinking and he's like reading the one passage in the Bible that's like drink and be merry. And it's like you literally pick what you want from the Bible. That's what they do, but he made it funny because I'm like, yeah, it's funny because it's drinking. Yeah. It's not like hate the gays.
Right. Did you grow up in a religious household?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we were Catholic.
Okay.
And I went to a Catholic school most of my life, actually, until high school.
It's always the Catholic school. Every time.
Every time. That has to already be a music video concept, right? And if not, we have
Didn't
to make
Britney
it.
Spears do that?
Did she?
Well,
pop culture fail.
I don't know. There's probably a lot of them.
There has
but
to
we're
be.
gonna look into it.
Okay.
But the thing is, you can always still make it your own.
True.
There's plenty of concepts that have been repeated and repeated and repeated. Mm-hmm. It's just do it differently and make it unique.
Yeah. Have you made any music videos?
Not yet.
Oh,
and I am looking to soon.
Okay.
You started? Okay.
Yeah. You said you want to make one?
Yes. And I'm kind of waiting until I know what I want to drop next.
Okay. I was fangirling on your podcast.
You
mentioned making a 90s song with a 90s party as the video, right?
Oh, yes.
Have you done that yet?
Not yet.
Okay.
Oh, yeah. So me and Sabo.
Oh, shit.
We made a song.
Okay.
And that's the one that I'm probably going to do a 90s. We wanted to do like a 90s party for because the song is like real 90s vibe to it. So, okay. And then that is probably going to be the video. But
I like that idea.
The Afro beat, I might end up releasing first because I have a feeling it'll be completely finished first.
Okay.
So those are kind of the two videos I'm going for.
Okay.
Yeah. So whichever one works out first is really what I'm gonna go for.
Do you have a concept for the Afrobeat?
Yes. Yeah. I'm not gonna spoil it.
Okay.
Though.
Okay. All right. Cool.
Cool. But I will say in the song, he's basically like saying, don't leave me, because if you leave me, you're gonna miss this and blah blah blah. And I'm basically saying in return, like, if I ever leave you, it's because you're messing with my mental health. So get it together.
Nice.
Or I'm gone. You're gonna stop playing games, type of a deal. So I feel like there's a lot of ways you can go with that, but I do have a concept.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
And it'll be both of you guys.
Yes.
I haven't done that yet. Well, we did 3. I have a song called Me Season. I don't know if you've ever heard it, but it's like a little like a little anthem, like feeling yourself and fuck the haters type shit. Yeah. We made a video. Like it counts, but I'm an amateur. Like I did it just myself on Final Cut Pro. We did 1 day worth of takes, like at the club on a Thursday. And
it still counts. And even if you don't like officially release it, you can still release it just through like Instagram.
True.
Just like even just post clips of it just for promo reasons.
So do you feel like every song deserves a music video?
No.
Okay, why?
Because not every song is a song you want to push, and not every song is the hit. And I feel like the songs that you want your visuals to are the ones that are like slappers,
like mainstream vibes.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I could see why some people do videos for every song, but personally, I don't think every song of mine deserves a video. The ones that I want to really catch your attention are the songs that I'm going to make videos to.
Okay. Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was like going back and forth with myself because I don't know. I kind of feel like everything needs a visual just because of this like new era we're in where like people need to see things.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know. I'm like, I also don't have that many ideas.
Yeah. Which is also why, like, take videos of random stuff you're doing throughout the day and throw your song behind it and put it on Instagram.
True.
That'll catch people's attention more because there's something visually grabbing you, but you're not like spending all your money making a video for something that might or might not catch, you know?
Yeah, because videos sound expensive. I haven't hired anybody yet.
They are. And especially if you're trying to get like really high quality people that know what they're doing, it's going to cost you unless you know somebody who's willing to plug you a little bit.
Right.
So I would say with a plug, you're still going to spend $200 to $250 per video. And that's with a plug. So that's also why you don't unless you got it like that, you don't need to make a video for every song.
True. Yeah, no. I definitely don't got it like that. But I was like, in my head, I'm like, could I make it happen for myself? Like, could me and Alexis just make that shit happen?
Go
like,
for it.
It's not gonna look that professional, but like but it's a visual.
And the thing is, everybody gets better with time. So
literally practice.
Yeah.
Just have to keep going.
Exactly. And the thing is, people like to see your journey. Like, we underestimate that how much people actually like watching us grow.
Yeah.
Like, they enjoy being a part of, I was there from the beginning. Then when something, when you come across your little goals and then when something like big pops off, they like love to feel like they were a part of it. So show them your whatever you think isn't so great right now, because they're going to see the growth along the way and they're going to love that.
True. I like that. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Because I do want to do that. I'm like, I don't know. I feel like I'm an unknown artist for the most part. Like, the more content I could put out, like, the more chances I have of you knowing who I am. Maybe. Like, you get to see more of me is what I was thinking. I don't know.
Go for it.
Yeah.
Seriously.
Volume.
And that is honestly how a lot of people grab online attention, is by having visuals for everything. So yeah, if that's what you feel like is your route, then go for it. Yeah. Honestly, do it.
I know I should. Yeah. I started to a little bit, but it's a lot. Have you ever edited video?
No, thank goodness, because it looks
so
horrible.
Much work. It's so much work.
Yeah, I feel bad for people who. I feel bad. You have to have a real passion.
You have to
for
like
that mess.
Like, frame by frame. Frame by frame.
I don't got the mental capacity for that. Like, I got ADD. I can't sit down and do that shit.
Yeah, it needs hours of work too.
Honestly.
Yeah.
Man. Yes.
Well,
so you got shows coming up?
I do. I have. I'm gonna be at Sub T again. Were you with S.A. Way at your last show? Yeah, I feel like you were.
Yes,
it was one of his productions. This is another one. Okay. Another Chicago es Chingon.
Okay,
that's on the 12th, which is a Saturday. Sub T. Then I have on the 19th, which is the following Saturday, there's this backyard fest that some friends are throwing.
Okay.
I met them through the like Mexican hip hop scene in Chicago. And then I'm trying to think what's after that.
I think I saw you on something for Bremen, didn't I?
Yes, okay. I skipped that one. I'm going to be at Bremen on the 18th. Yeah, shout out to David Lopez. He's the best.
A nice guy.
He's so nice.
Yeah,
I love all the knowledge he puts out there too. And there's a Q&A at the beginning.
Yep.
I missed it last time, but hopefully I'll make it this time.
It's cool.
That's a nice resource right there, and it's free,
right?
Which is super cool.
I appreciate the people who are bringing Chicago and Milwaukee acts together. Because a lot of us would never meet each other. You know, a lot of us wouldn't even think to cross paths. A lot of us wouldn't think to do shows in certain places. So, like, shout out to the people who are doing that, like Essay, like David.
Yes,
like I really appreciate it. I wouldn't have met you.
I know.
If they didn't, right?
If they didn't do that,
right,
we would have never
be
met
today.
Yes.
Yeah. So I love to see it.
I know. No matter what, like every show, like everything we do as artists, like everything matters.
Absolutely.
Like you said, like this connection, like it would have never happened if we hadn't both agreed to do that show.
Right.
Like, and maybe like part of me, certain shows, I'm like, oh man, like I didn't even get a chance to do promo, blah, blah, blah. But like you still grow after everything you do.
Exactly.
It's amazing. I really appreciate the tiny steps because they're leading to like the big goal.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And honestly, you can't get there without those small steps. And imagine how unprepared you would be when you reach that big goal if you weren't right now basically in training for it.
True.
You know, if we weren't doing the little stages right now, do you think you're gonna get up there and rock like a huge stage out of nowhere? No, you probably piss your pants. Like, right? Like, no, you need to be prepared. Like, so no, you're right. The little steps matter.
Do you have shows coming up too?
I just did one July 21st, and then my next one that I know for sure, I have so there's something called Good Vibes Only show that my friend Paper Stacks puts on.
Okay.
He is doing it. I think it just passed like the 1 year anniversary, so he's doing throwback shows, but in between shows with artists who he hasn't worked with before. So I think my next one would probably be like September, October.
Nice.
Yeah.
I was thinking about taking the winter off as far as doing any shows because the weather gets crazy.
It does.
And I'm like, maybe I should just like plan in my head that I can't do any shows in the winter and just focus straight up on the music.
Exactly. There's like nothing wrong with that.
All the background stuff that has to happen.
Right. Because at some point you need to sit down and do the background work. You know, you can't always be out in the front and in the public eye because there's so much behind it.
So much.
Unless you're an artist, you don't really understand, or a creative, you don't understand how much background there is and how much planning goes into it, how much you have to plan your projects. You have there's so much.
Yes.
Yeah.
I 100% do not have the marketing and rollouts nailed down at all.
Got you.
I know it matters. It
does.
I don't know.
Okay.
You know.
And that's actually what I've been working on when I've been so quiet.
Okay.
Like before the podcast, I got super quiet for a little bit. Like I haven't released new music since last September.
Oh wow. Okay.
So I got quiet because I wanted to learn about the back end for a little bit, because that is so important, because otherwise you end up getting screwed over. And I'm not trying to have this great product that ends up either flopping or somebody taking advantage of me with it. Like, no, I'm learning what I need to know. Yeah.
That's awesome. I lost my train of thought. I'm like, when you were saying that, I thought of something, but then I forgot.
Aww.
Classic.
I'm sorry.
It's okay.
I talk too much.
No, it's not your fault. No.
So, do you feel like you have a purpose?
I do feel like I have a purpose.
What do you think that purpose is?
The same way that like other artists inspired me to like go after what I wanted, I feel like my purpose is to show the next generation or the next a lot of artists that you could do it too. Like,
right.
who the fuck are we? Me and you. We're nobody. Like, and we just went for it, and like here we are. We're doing it. We're living the dream.
We really are.
And started at ain't shit.
Right.
Like,
people really think we're cool and like, yeah, we ain't shit. But look,
nah,
people
for
love
real,
us.
we're not shit.
But people love us. And we still dope though.
Yes. And they'll love you too.
Exactly.
Just go for it. So I think my purpose is to inspire. I think my purpose is to like show people that it could be done.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like that.
I think so, at least. Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah. I like to only encourage people,
I feel you.
Mm-hmm. Like, unless you're an asshole, I'm not going to tell you your music sucks.
Okay, but I have a question. Even if it's really, really bad, are you still going to tell them it's good?
No.
Or are you going to nicely tell them like what they need to work on?
Constructive criticism.
Okay.
100%.
But do you do the sandwich, the compliment sandwich?
Oh, hell yeah.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yes.
Compliment, criticism, compliment.
100%. You
Keep
have
up the good work.
Well, yeah. Because, yeah, like, I don't know. Like, you got to be gentle with people, Like,
you could crush somebody's whole dreams in like 2 seconds.
Yes. And that's so fucked up that, like,
is.
there's so much power in words. And specifically in like external words,
right?
Like the not inner you, like I want to only feed that like part of you that believes in you.
Yeah.
Like I believe in you too. Like the only thing is I think that this is in the wrong key or whatever,
Do you think there's some people? Do you think there's some people who should quit music? Do you think there's some people who aren't going to get better? Do you think everybody grows?
I think everybody grows. I think if I had to tell anybody to quit music, it would be somebody that's putting out hateful messages.
Okay.
That would be the only time that I would say like, nah, you need to quit. Like this is trash. I don't even care if it's good.
Right.
If it's hateful, I'm gonna tell you that it sucks.
Fair enough.
Yeah, but anybody else, fuck yeah. Like
music is a message. 100%. And even if we don't like to admit it, it influences this culture's behavior.
It does.
100%.
So I went to school for political science, and like I was always told that like I would be a good politician, blah blah blah, but like I would much rather be an artist because hello, I love art and like this is what I am passionate about. But also artists are more influential than politicians. Like Beyonce got more people to the polls than anybody else. Like artists are really, like you just said, like that's who influences like this shit that happens.
Absolutely.
And like I just feel like I will have more power, I guess, that way.
Yeah.
Like I'll be more influential from this angle than if I were a politician.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know.
I agree.
Right?
Because politicians, they're going to reach one side or another. And that's kind of, it depends on people's like political beliefs. As an artist, you get to be kind of diplomatic and like you draw everybody together.
Yep.
So
it's all these different people that like your music.
Right.
And like they're like, okay, well.
I always think Bob Marley is like the prime example of that. He pulled together so many different types of people. And it's just, if you ever go to like a reggae concert or to like a Wailers concert, I've been to one before. It's so chill and it's so many different types of people in one room together, just like chilling and vibing. Like you'll get middle-aged white people and like young black people. You'll get everybody in between. Like music is just beautiful because it really just brings people together, no matter what your background is.
Yeah, makes the
it's
world
like a universal language.
It really is. It really is.
Oh, a beautiful note to end on. But before we end, I'm going to ask you if you have any other questions. If there's anything you wanted to talk about that you didn't get out yet.
I want to say no. Damn, put me on the spot a little bit.
My bad.
No, you're good. I'm like, I should have had. This is like that interview question. Like, do you have any questions for us? And you're like,
nope.
Dude, one time I had a really good interview. Like when they asked that, my favorite was I was like, what did I say? It was something like, when you leave, do you still have to think about work when you leave the office? And they were like, wow, that's a great question. And they told me no, and I was like, all right, I'll take the check.
See, because you need to have your boundaries.
Yes.
Too. Like, I don't like taking work, carrying it home with me mentally.
No. There's a lot of professions where you do.
Yeah.
But like,
that's true.
You should get paid a whole lot for that.
Yeah. That's why like I wanted to be a social worker, but then I realized I could never because I'd be mentally messed up all the time. I'd be a really good social worker. Like all of my job backgrounds, I've worked with the elderly and with children. And I'm like a social worker at heart, but I don't want it to be
okay.
Yeah. But like I don't want it to be like a full-blown profession because I just feel like there's some stuff I can't get over. There's things you see that you don't unsee. So yeah.
Your role now, like I honestly I understood that it was social work, but it's
close
not
enough.
Okay,
it technically is.
Okay.
So like I do community outreach. So yeah, practically I'm just a social worker that doesn't have a social work degree.
Okay,
at this point.
Cool.
Yeah,
you give a fuck basically.
We're good. All right. Well, is that it? Anything else?
I don't believe so.
Okay, we covered it all. All right, shout out to Dr. What's his name again?
Dr. Simi, el Doctor Simi.
Yes. All right, we're gonna wrap it up. Thank you so much for coming, Mami Zaddy. Everybody, check her music out, and that's that. We're gonna wrap it up.
Thank you.
Bye. Thanks for listening.